I have a dilemma. I'm in trouble. Because what do you do when you know you deserve a softbox? You just don't have the money. Well, let's make one. Let's do this. I almost forgot. I don't only deserve a softbox, but I also badly need it, because look at the lighting at this video. We've got to remedy this somehow. So I got these bread molds from the supermarket. Literally they cost the equivalent of $1 US. It's almost like going to the dollar store or the euro store. We have neither in Hungary, but we have a cheap store. So I got this. And I also have some LED strips that I dismantled from somewhere else where I didn't need it. And I will need it inside the softbox. But first, let's make a hole for the wires to thread through. So, for the wiring, according to Mr. Calipers, I will need at least an 11mm hole. I just don't have an 11mm drill bit. I wonder how I might tackle that issue. I think I have a 10mm drill bit, and with less diameter and more force we might be able to get this done. Let's see what we've managed. This is just 8. Wait, this is just 8mm. Who knows? This is not even 10, it's just 8. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, no problem, I got this. The idea is, I don't have a drill bit any larger than this one. At least not for sheet metal. So what I will do is to thread the LED strip through the other way around. So I'm not sticking out the connector piece, but threading in the whole thing until the connector piece ends up right at the hole. So this is gonna be tricky to some extent, especially because I have the sticky backside loose already. which is because I had to remove it from its previous surface. But what I will do is to thread it in. This is not as bad as I thought it would be. I'll just thread it through like this. It is not difficult, it's very easy to do. And in just a split second I would be successful with threading in the whole LED strip. Just at the bottleneck it is a little bit loose, but finally, come on, in the end I have this. So I consider the problem solved. Now what is left is just to stick it on. I hope it stays put. It's actually the third instance of me sticking it on and off from different experimental surfaces. Welcome to my makeshift workbench. So the plan is okay, to thread it through like this. Come on, not at the final centimeters. Come on. It's always the last bit that's the hardest. I was expecting having to use force, and it did help a little bit. So we are just straightening this out like this. What is really important is that the LED strip needs to be parallel with itself on each pass, because I have seen many times on YouTube people with no aesthetic standards whatsoever putting on LED strips in multiple passes, and none was parallel, and that's a pain in my heart. If you're doing something, then do it right, because that's the point of doing it, right? It's almost parallel, but not exactly, so I redo this until it's perfect. By the way, I'm not a perfectionist, far from it, but when it comes to parallels, they are no joke. Parallels are a serious thing. Okay, back to business. We've got to finish this before the sun goes down. Okay, guess we are done. Well, these are kind of parallel. Okay, let's test these. I got an extension cord and the power adapters. Let's plug this in. Bing. Haha, not bad, huh? The other one is still working. Look at that. And the last thing that we will need are diffusers in the front, like screens of something white, so that it diffuses the hard light into nice soft lights. That's why they are called soft boxes. And I already have an idea. Okay, I got two alternatives here. One is a piece of drawing paper I just cut off, and actually I want to try, it might not be as successful, but I want to try some Japanese calligraphy paper, some hanshi, because it's really translucent. Let's try both. First, the easier one will be the regular drawing paper. This is a little bit thick. Oh, I got the wrong size. Anyway, for the testing, it will do. Since again I messed it up and cut the wrong size, I'll have to make sure that even though it doesn't fit, it does fit. That's my policy. Even if it doesn't fit, it does. That's it. For the other one, I'm gonna use this thin Japanese calligraphy paper. This doesn't fit either, but at least they are similar in some sense. Okay. So here there are the soft boxes. Let's try them. First one, this with the regular drawing paper, with, without, with, without, with, without. I can see it a bit vibrating, but this just might be attributed to the low quality LED strip. Let's see the other one. Even better. With, without, with, without. I wonder which one. This paper has a little bit of yellowish tint to it, so it's cooler light with the hanshi. Not bad actually. Well, this is how you make a softbox all by yourself and using simple cooking utensils. Let me just calculate. I paid 300 for the bread mold, and for the LED strip they cost 2,500. That's about 2,800 HUF. So you can Google 2,800 HUF to any currency of your liking. And they stand on their own like this. No, they don't. They almost stand on their own. Well, on the sides they do stand. And actually what I have been thinking is that I have the whiteboard behind me, and I could really make some dedicated whiteboard lighting. We'll see in the future, in the very near future. Well, this was it. And if you're curious why I took these off from where they used to be and what I put on instead, then you don't have to wait long, because they will be coming up in the next video. You guys take care and shine on.